see all the pain and the fear until we get it, forget it, let it all disappear. Yeah. Waiting for the end to come, wishing I had strength to stand. This is not what I had planned.
Well, personally, you know, my rent and all my expenses, my insurance goes up, all my costs go up, and I don't make more money, so it's a little hard financially. But like otherwise, I don't have like investments or anything. I don't own property, like, so in a small way, but a like significant way.
Well, personally, I think the economic situation has forced me to spend less money on things I don't need.
It did affect a lot of other women that I know because they have to take care of their children and they have a lot of trouble doing that. Many of the women that I know don't have anybody else to help in the household and they're the only ones taking care of everything. So it did absolutely affect them.
I honestly didn't think the economic crisis was going to last this long, and I didn't think it was going to affect absolutely every person. I live by myself, so I think I'm a little more vulnerable, I guess, in a way, because I am by myself. I don't have a husband or anybody to support me, so it makes me feel nervous, I guess, and yeah, I don't like it. It's been too long.
Yeah, I did. You know, with us being like with the wars that we have going on and the enormous amount of debt when George W. Bush did all the tax cuts for everyone, it was just like, this can't, you know, you can't just stop everyone paying taxes when you have so much of a deficit. So I could kind of see it coming.
I was not surprised. Yes, I think the economic drop did affect women's rights, specifically with, I think that people are more frustrated, so then there is more violence, and I think here in New York, or in the US, specifically in the Bronx, which I know better, I think yes, women were more affected, because I think there's so much frustration because of economical issues that I feel like it brought like more violence, and women were constantly denied their rights, I think increasingly, considering the economical crisis. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think that when people need money, they become, you know, you have to take care of your family. You have to take care of, you know, for those reasons, I think it's difficult. Economically, it becomes difficult. Also, like, you know, when times are bad, people revert to using drugs more, which incurs like more like criminal activity and more abuse and more. It's just, you know, everything is connected and it kind of like snowballs down. So yeah, I think I definitely see a connection there.
I wouldn't say there's women's rights, I wouldn't say women's rights are being abused more because of the economic crisis. What I would say is that maybe the economic crisis affects women more than men. To start with, we usually make less money than men. We're usually the minority in the work field, so it affects us in that way. Whereas maybe if there's an opening for a new job, maybe the men will get it as opposed to the woman just because he's a man, and it affects us more now because there aren't that many jobs out there. I also think it affects women disproportionately in the sense that historically we're recipients of larger amounts of government help. So now with the economic crisis, government is cutting budgets for social services programs. So I guess that's how it affects women.